Welcome back to the Cold Coffee Hot Mess podcast. You've got Nadean here.
And Olivia.
I'm excited about this episode.
Yeah,
but
me
firstly, you got to tell me everything. What happened with Ava? So she's had her
we've had the tonsillectomy. The tonsils are out. It was such a an experience. Gosh, like everything they say is true.
What? What do they say?
Oh, just that the recovery is hard, and it's hard as a parent, like putting them under, like holding her hand as she went under. And
so talk me through it. So go back to the day of and the night before.
So basically the hardest part for me is she's not allowed to eat. This kid loves a bowl of rice bubbles in the morning. So I had to really kind of like get it. It was a 6:45 call time, so that helped. So it was like out of bed.
Oh, straight.
Clothes
That's
on.
Awesome.
Shoop, shoop, bag was packed. Yep. Straight to the hospital, picked up mum on the way for my emotional support.
Great.
And that was a good hack. And got there, and basically because she's little, they whisked us sort of more or less straight in. I had the iPad fully charged, ready to go.
Absolutely.
Elemental on.
Great.
You know that's on iPad now. It's like it was in the movies 5 minutes ago. Now it's on the iPad. Basically, we had obviously, I told you we'd talked all through it, so she knew all the steps. And then it was time for me to put my sexy boots on and my head thing on and take her in. And the anaesthetist came in, talked to us, gave her a little thing to put over her mouth that she can take to preschool to show her friends. Smells like strawberry, like a little mask.
Right.
Similar to the one.
Gas?
Similar to the one they'd used to put her under, but it's like a keepsake for her, like something, to keep and show her friends. She didn't really give a shit about that. But but then we went in, and I'm trying to be lighthearted because it was a scary moment. But basically they put the mask on. He talked her through it, and they said like blow up the balloon 10 times, and she was kind of eyes were darting around to me, and then they start kind of writhing a little bit, like their limbs kind of as the gas. That was hard. That was really hard. And then she was asleep, and I was like, Is she under? And he was like, yep, she's out cold. You can go. I'm like, I don't want to go.
That walk away.
It was tough. It was really tough to leave her in there. But not as tough, and nobody told me this, not as tough as when they wake up from the anesthesia.
They just look like,
my God,
other people in their body. Like
she was like, I walked in, they called me and said she's awake. Yeah. I would have preferred to be there when she actually woke up. But basically she was like a wounded animal lying on the bed. I thought it was like a baby crying when I first walked in. It was Eva.
So she was crying?
She was crying and just so out of it, and like just I couldn't get through to her. She was just so out of it and just confused and irrational and just so upset. And so I just lay with her, cuddle, and then huge vomit everywhere, which can happen. Like, and it was just so bloody. That was hard. So I always bring a change of clothes for you and for them, just going forward if you need to know that. And gave her her unicorn, that we talked about. She didn't really care about that because she was too out of it.
She didn't care about it?
Well, not at that point. Okay. I probably chose the wrong time, to be honest. Anyway.
You're like,
I'm like, you've just vomited. Here you go. Here's a big unicorn. She's like, what the hell? Just get out of here.
Get out of her.
Yeah.
Wow.
But look, we're now a couple of days post-surgery, and she's doing so well. Her voice has completely changed. We've got a different child. But other than that, it's gone super high pitched.
Is that because she's trying to navigate the pain or the
protect her voice? Maybe this is what she's always sounded like, and like her tonsils were muffling it. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I'll report back. But
and what about the recovery though? You mentioned that no one talks about the recovery, and that's
just the medication schedule. Like you got to kind of stick to it as much as you can. Overnight is kind of harder to navigate because if you wake them to give them the medicine, they can be so out of it and even more irrational. Yep. I've been sort of more waking for her to naturally stir.
Is it pain medication?
Panadol and Nurofen. Okay. And antibiotics I give 3 times a day just in case of infection. There's just a syringe in her gob every hour, basically. It's like non-stop. So that's why they can't go to preschool or daycare, because they've got to constantly have meds. Yeah.
Yikes.
So anyway, look, I feel like we're getting there. We'll get there. But it's a process.
Well, you're through the worst of it, hopefully.
Definitely. And she's already stopped snoring. Deep asleep.
Amazing.
It's already paying dividends. So.
Oh, well, well done you.
Yes, thank you. Pat on the back.
Yeah.
Very proud. Yay. Okay, we've got a cracker episode today, don't we?
We sure do. One of my exciting ones.
Yeah.
Because I am so nosy. Like,
You are a bit nosy.
I just love figuring out how other people do it. So I thought if we shared our stories about how we do it,
and juggle, right?
We're
oh no,
we're just surviving.
We are chicken nuggets 3-4 nights a week. Don't get it twisted. But
that's right.
You are like a lot of businesses. You're non-stop. You've got 2 kids in school. I work for you, and then I'm also a celebrant, and I've got 2 kids. We all have the same amount of hours in the day, but some people seem like they're just killing it.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do we do?
What's smoke and mirrors, but also what do we do to help us achieve some things at least?
That we do each day to get through, to get to the end of the week.
What's our routines like?
Totally.
And that's the thing. Like I find when I am not in routine, everything just falls away.
Yes.
And I just love being in routine. I don't know about you, but I just love routine. And when
Yeah.
if I've got a good routine, then I am happy.
Yeah.
Like 100%
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
When I'm out of routine, I am not myself
Yeah.
and I am constantly just flailing.
I find that on holiday. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to do. There's no structure. What
Yeah,
do I do?
look
feel a
forward
bit
to the
lost.
routine when I get back.
Yeah,
Which is strange.
it is weird.
Well, I think we're already into it. Should we just keep going?
Sure. Sure.
Okay, well, first of all, why don't we set the scene? So
Okay.
what does our week look like?
Okay.
So for you,
Yeah, so for me, we work from home on Mondays.
Yep.
And then Tuesday to Thursday, we're in the office together. And then Fridays is me and Freddie day, but I also do any kind of celebrant work that I have to do on that day.
Yep.
So I'm a celebrant.
so you
on the
basically
side.
work 5 days a week, just to be clear, because you've got your celebrant business.
Yep.
That also you work on Saturdays and Sundays
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes, which I
yeah.
always say, man, you're
She
doing
tells
way
me
too
not
much.
to. I know.
And so you're in the thick of it. So for me, I work full time. I've got a few businesses under One Fine Collective, and then I've also got the Toddy Bags business.
Yep.
And
So how many days a week would you work? 9?
but I bookend it. So
Yeah.
we ease into the week on a Monday, work from home. We Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the office,
Yep.
and then Friday we ease it out.
And you
working
can
from
put a
home
load
again.
of washing on, or you could put
Yeah,
a
so we
chicken
do
in
all
the
my
oven.
washing and like all that stuff
Yep.
on Mondays and Fridays.
Yep.
And so that's a typical week for us. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think is the important thing. How do we do that?
Those
How do we
days.
get to the office and run a good ship?
Yeah. Let's talk about those 3 days then. What do you do? How do you make Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday,
how do we
Thursday?
set ourselves up?
Yeah.
And I think the first part of that is all about looking after the future self to survive those Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. So how do we set ourselves up so that we can just walk out the door and get on with it, right? So why don't we start with talking about the future self?
Yes.
So we've already talked about this concept in the past.
You love this.
I do love this.
No,
and
many
it's
people do.
Setting yourself up for success,
It is,
really.
yeah.
So your future self thanks you for what
Yes.
you did the night before, on the weekend, whatever kind of prep. So let's talk about the prep that we do to start the week off, and so that we can walk out the door and
Yep.
we're all organised and feeling good about ourselves
Yep,
as well,
for
and just
sure.
smashing goals. All right.
For
so what do
me,
you
it's
do?
like, well, look, I'm not an organized prep person by nature. I find that I find it quite hard. But for me, it's about thinking, I also don't want to go to the gym. But how bloody good do you feel, Olivia, after you step out of that 45-minute circuit? I have to pep talk myself through it. So it's like, Olivia, take an hour, chop up all the capsicum and onion, all the carrots, put them in a mason jar of water so they're ready to go for either during the week. Chop up all your broccoli, spring onion, all that, so it's done for the week.
Yeah, but when do you do this?
I do this on like a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
When I've done the shopping, I've got to put that hour aside. It's my hour of pain. Like I don't enjoy it,
Yep.
but the payoff through
It's
the is
amazing.
like dividends are like through the roof. It just I thank myself. I reckon about 1,500 times during the week if I set aside that hour just to like get things sorted, do the laundry, like get those things out the way. What do you do?
Yeah, so I do the same thing on Sunday mornings though. So I get my
okay.
laundry put away. I do all of the prep, the carrots, the fruit and veg cut up,
Yep.
run to the
Washed.
grocery, get them, wash them, put them in my containers, put in the fridge, set. Has to be done by 12 o'clock. And then 12 o'clock onwards, it is just chill time.
That's a good deadline.
Well, Sundays are very important to me.
Yep.
Say no to everything. God, I hate it when there's a birthday party on a Sunday because I'm like, that is my family day.
Nathan Plummer hates nothing more
Yeah.
than plans on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
So Sundays are I protect them very well. So I get all of that done. And then on Sunday night, I will start the whole routine about making the lunches for the week. So I do my lunches every evening. I can cut the sandwiches, put them in one of those bento boxes, which
Yeah.
are unreal.
Yeah.
Chop the fruit up. Everything is perfect set in the fridge. Even
Yeah.
the chips and everything, that all goes in the fridge. So I literally Monday morning
Chips
comes.
in the fridge.
Yeah, just everything. The whole thing is in the, chip packet
Oh.
in the bento box lunch.
Oh, I thought they'd go soggy. Wouldn't they go?
Well, the kids haven't told me yet. So
Listen.
it's working. Tiny
No
teddies,
news
whatever,
is good news.
whatever. So put it all in and it is set, ready to go. So that is definitely a future self hack that
Yeah.
has changed my life. And
Yeah.
the sandwiches are really soft and taste nice. They don't go soggy or anything.
I've
Nothing
heard
goes
that
soggy.
you can make like 5 or 6, and this is what I'm going to put into practice when Eva starts big school next year. But you can make 5 or 6 sandwiches ahead of time
heard
and
that too.
freeze them.
I've heard that too.
And then pull them out, and then
I
they
haven't tried
thaw
it.
and they're perfect. So I'm going to try that
Yeah,
next
try
year.
that.
But for the meantime, now, in that kind of hour of pain I talked about on a Sunday, aside from chopping vegetables, I also try to make a meal for the week. So it could be like Freddie has these sausage rolls that I make. I can make half of them, like put half of them in the oven and then put half in the freezer. So like on another Sunday afternoon for the next week, I can pull those out
in
just whack
small
them in
little
the oven.
containers. Yep.
Yeah, or I'll
And
make dumplings, or I'll do a soup for the week, or I'll do a bolognese sauce, just something to have in the freezer.
Yep.
So it's like if we get home late and it's like, oh, let's just order a takeaway. That's $60-$70.
Oh, tell me about it.
You know, like just for one meal, third of our shopping bill, like on one meal, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, it is nuts.
So it's just 1 hour on a Sunday for chopping and for making a meal.
And do you have any nights that are specific? Like we have Taco Tuesday.
Do we have Taco Tuesday? Famous for Taco Tuesday. Are you joking?
Who doesn't?
Literally, we can't get away
They can't
from...
be my friend if they don't have Taco Tuesday.
If I pick Eva up from daycare, all the teachers are like, Eva, it's Taco Tuesday. I'm like, guys, we're doing it this week. Shut up.
Yeah.
We're known for it.
We definitely have like pesto pasta. My kids love pesto pasta.
Great.
Super easy.
Yep.
And then the other night we have surprise night. So I just like chop up everything and put it on a bento plate type thing. And they love that. It's very strange.
Do you know what? We do that sometimes on the weekend. I'll use odds and ends. I'll do carrot sticks and some hummus and some of those like chicken chippies, some ham rolled
Bit
up.
of rice.
Bit of a spread, and we sit outside and eat that. Like that's a good way to use things up from the fridge.
Tacos are really great too because they can make their own. Like Arabella only has cheese and avocado on it. And sour cream, which is, anyway, she could eat the tub of sour cream.
Really?
But whereas Max, you know, so it teaches them to.
I tell you, the other thing I do on a Sunday night is that bringing down the box of kids' clothes for the week.
Yes.
So 5 T-shirts, 5 shorts, 5 leggings, 5 pants. So weather dependent, you're set. And then like 10 pairs of socks. So you just got everything down there. And it's just a matter of just pulling out the night before an outfit. Yep. Add tutu for Eva. That's it. Done.
Amazing. I went to my friend's place the other day and she has one of those IKEA box walls.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a name on each. She has 4 kids. They have all these different compartments. Top one is for their school bag, and then another one for their shoes, another one for what their activities are. They have all their the times of their activities during the week. Where they have a place for their hat, and they have a place for their uniform. So they literally have to come downstairs. It's all there for them. They just do that every night before, just so that the next day the kids, and this is also something really important, you've got to teach independence from a very young age. So if you say, here's all your stuff, you can, what you do is you have to get changed into uniform before you can go watch a TV or iPads or anything in the morning.
Put a deadline on things. So they have to do this before they can get that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But in the morning they just, and now they do it themselves. So they have shoes that they can do themselves. I don't give them the tie shoes. So just while they're Velcro. A bit younger. They Velcro themselves. So they can literally do everything without me anymore.
That's so good.
That happened from maybe 4 onwards.
Yeah, I need to do that. Eva's getting
Teaching
good
independence
at that.
is really
but
important.
What you were just talking about is what I just set up in a much more simplified version, but it's like a launch station, right? I was so sick of seeing school bags strewn all over the floor. I could never find that permission slip that I had signed for Eva's, what's it called? An excursion. But I need to get into school life. I don't even know an excursion. I don't even know what to call it. But I couldn't find the bloody hat. I couldn't find where their shoes were. So I got one of those really simplified, it sounds like what your friend has. It's like the Kellax cube system from IKEA. I've just got one with the 8 squares. And you can get really cool inserts for them, like you were saying. So you can get like drawers. You can get one with just a door that swings out. So I put like jackets on a little hook in one.
Yep.
All Eva's hair ties, all Eva's notes go in one side. I got little stickers done on Etsy. Freddie's got one side. So everything has a bloody place. If I need to find the shoes, they're all there. Exactly. It's like a drop zone. It's
like on the way out. Yeah, when they come in, they just drop it there. And then when they're going out, they pick it up so they don't forget.
And you're talking like $80 from IKEA.
I know.
And the payoff is so good. And I got super cute little stickers done. I'll post a photo on our Facebook group. They're like holographic, Eva, Joy and Freddie. They've both got their side and they both know Freddie goes and gets his shoes. Like Freddie's 2. He goes and gets his shoes out in the morning because it's got a home now.
That's what
Everything
I mean,
has
teaching independence. I lay out brekkie the evening before. So I put all the cereals on the table, everything set up. And
so to get the milk out.
Yep, and I've taught them they have to put everything back afterwards. Gosh. And then they put
how do you teach that? Is there a wooden spoon or a whip?
You just tell them. And that's what they do. It's just the rules of the house.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. So they are doing all these things, getting dressed, eating breakfast without me having to do it for them physically. Yes. So we're kind of like in sync. No one's screaming at each other.
No. Well, it seems like then one of the keys is independence. And and these things like the launch station and the setting out of breakfast and just helping them get there.
Yeah.
are going to encourage them to be more independent. And then that in turn helps you each morning. So you can sit down and have your bloody breakfast if you want, you know. One thing I do as well, I do yogurt in the mason jar the night before. So I just do some Greek yogurt, cinnamon, bit of honey and some muesli, put it in the fridge the night before.
This is for you.
Grab it. This is for me.
Okay, let's talk about you now. So what does a standard morning look like for you?
Gosh. Okay. So we, at the moment, divide and conquer Tuesday to Thursday. Nathan works from home generally, so he handles the morning. I help him, but I'm out the door like 7:30. So we've got like an hour and a half to sort of get things sorted. So I make sure the clothes are laid out, make sure the lunch boxes are done while he's having a shower, and then we swap. I go and get ready.
So you do the lunch boxes in the morning. You're going to do my hack or
No.
not?
I do the lunch boxes the night before, but I don't put the crackers and the seaweed and stuff in the fridge because I wasn't sure. So I leave them out and I just put them all in, like all the crackers and chips. I put those in the morning of and then put them in a bag.
I need to do that, girl. So you know how like you have the sakatas, for example. Is that how you say it? My kids love it, right? Yeah. So if you leave it out in the open, they go off really quickly. But if you put in a fridge, they don't go off. Even if they're half open, they do not go off. So it must be something about the fridge. Do it, try it, let me know.
Well, then that would shave a bit of time off in the morning. But yeah, other than that, just about really being kind to yourself, doing as much as you can, even if you don't want to, the night before, to make the morning as seamless as possible. Yeah. So what do you do in the morning?
Okay, so Mondays and Fridays I have a personal trainer in the morning. That's where I can only sneak that in because I'm really worried about my muscles and core going as I get older. So that's a priority for me at the moment. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I'm getting up at 6 a.m. going for a walk for 45 minutes. So yeah, I'll come in from my walk, see if the kids are awake. If they're not, I'll just quickly jump in the shower and start getting ready.
Look, I've been seeing on your Instagram the hot girl walks you're doing at 6 a.m. to go and get coffee. And it's like, I am just so riddled with jealousy because I'm just not at that point. Like,
so you can't get up at 6 a.m.?
Like my kids would be awake. That's the difference.
So that's what Nathan's there for. And then you swap. Like, we obviously have conversations with Ed and I. We decide who's going for a walk when and when. He does like soccer training on Wednesday nights and he does things on Tuesdays, whatever.
So you share the load.
100%. Like this morning I had to get up at 5:30 because he had a gym session at 6:30 and I was like, if I don't have my walk, I know how good it makes me feel and I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, fine. I have to get up at 5:30. I was not happy getting off at 5:30.
No.
And it just so happened that Ed got up at 5:30 to go to the toilet. We bashed into each other. He's like, whoa. And I'm like, oh. Anyway, it made me really happy in the end.
Yeah. So you know that it pays dividends to do the walk. Yeah. Okay.
And you just have to get up and go.
Yeah, I could. The thing is though, if Eva and Fred are up and they see me go, it's like, Mum, where are you going? I want to go. Bye. Like they don't understand that yet. You know
that's why when I used to do it, I just sneak out.
Yeah.
So I'd have to leave you.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's something that I want to put my mind to. Now that it's like nice, balmy weather, I just want to start doing it because I think it would pay off in terms of mindset and how you feel.
I think it's more of a conversation with Nathan. I really want to do this. How do you think we can do this?
Yeah.
If I leave at 6 and they wake up at 10:06, or I wake them up leaving, is that okay?
It's about finding creative ways to carve out the time, isn't it?
Yeah, and communicating. Anyway, so I've got my uniform. I know what I'm getting. I don't have to think about that. Lunch is all done. I have the same lunch every day, as you know.
I know.
And I have a coffee on the way. Yep. So I've got my strict routine and then I'm out the door.
Yeah. Sometimes you get in really early and I'm like, how does she do that? Witchcraft.
Well, I leave at 7:15, but then I work 7 to 4. And then we go to before school care. So we have Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays before and after school care. And that's the only way. It is not possible to be a working mum and not have that
I'm going to
have
to do it. That'll be my life next year.
And they love it. They get Milo and they get like their kids. They have breakfast with their friends. It's fantastic. They absolutely love it. They don't want us to pick you up at the end of the day. They're like, please come later. So I pick them up like about 5 is my ideal. But, it's open till 6. So it's fantastic.
I have registered Eva for after school care, but I might just get her in for before.
Yeah, that's the only way we can do it. And it sucks because, as working mums, we do the cost of care. Is it even worth us working?
I know.
The men don't think like that.
No.
Like they don't calculate how much it costs for care every week for their kids and is it even viable that we turn up to work. But this is all about like looking after ourselves, putting ourselves first, having that self-satisfaction and talking to adults and like being inspired by all those people around you that you work with every day. So we take the time off and then when we decide to come back, so then it's like, all these costs are involved with you coming back to work.
Well, if you want to go back to work, you be prepared to pay the costs. It's like, well, hold on, that's my career.
Then it becomes the math. Anyway, let's talk about what care do we have. So I obviously do before and after school care. I have my mum friends, so I have a crew that we divide lifts with. So we do obviously do activities. Like, for example, this afternoon, Arabella's got dance, but there's 3 other girls in the school that do dance.
Yep.
So we take it in turns. So 1 week on, 1 week off. Someone takes and drops them off, and then we do pick up. So that's every second week I have to leave work at 4, which is fine, right?
That's the time that you should be leaving.
Well, yes. But, like it's achievable for anyone because I'm sharing the load with other mums, and it's not every single week or Tuesdays, because then there's also Wednesdays, so I share that load. Max does basketball and dance, so I get other mums to drop off, and then I do it. And then on Mondays and Fridays, whatever I can do for other people, I am there doing,
Because you're banking up the paybacks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just all about the village. That's the village that you get to look forward to with school. So that's how I navigate. And we definitely chose to live very close to our grandparents. Yeah. And they help out a lot. What about you?
I am still waiting for the return call from the village. I feel like my village don't answer as often as I'd like.
To be fair, daycare days, I didn't have a village.
No. I think it comes more with school, you keep telling me, so I'm excited about that.
Jeez, pressure.
I know, yeah. I'm not going to hold you to this. Like, Nadean, where are they? I'm here.
I'll be like, I'm here. I'll pick up Eva.
But my mother-in-law is my biggest help, but she's just got a job which is great for her, not so great for me. She works just part-time in a shop. But she loves it and it's great for her, but it just means that I have to be a bit more strategic and structured with what she does to help me. My mum helps from time to time, but she also works. So, it's calling on, my cousin has a little girl the same age as Eva, so we do a lot for each other.
There you go.
But then at school, I think that's when it will really happen.
And you've got daycares 7 till 6, just
Correct.
the one drop-off, and you don't have to do their lunches or anything?
No, but Eva does preschool 3 days a week, and that's school hours with no before, no after school care. It's brutal, but it is the best thing we've ever done.
Okay, how do you do beauty quickly?
So I have one of those little Kmart organizer things, the clear ones that you can put space for lipsticks and space for brushes and things like that. I have that on the counter and I keep it to 5 to 7 products.
Same. That's exactly what I do.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Simple, stupid.
Yeah. So brows, mascara, lipstick, foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer. That's it. So it's do it really quickly, especially in summer now. As you can see right now, I'm back into a mum bum, get the Italian stepdad gel and that back, and it's instant chic, little bit of a wing, she's good to go.
Yep. Or the double up. So I've got that, that CC cream, I think, from...
Oh, the It Cosmetics.
It Cosmetics.
Great.
My God, it's
so
fantastic.
Good. It's got the sunscreen in it, SPF 50.
Yep, double up.
Bada bing, bada boom. Yep. So good.
And then I make sure I get all the long-term fixes. So, you know, the eyebrows done, the lashes done, the keratin in your hair. Yep. That's a big one for me.
Such a time saver.
Such a time saver. So no matter what, if I've just got foundation, I've got that done, I'm happy. I feel good about myself.
You've got the bare minimum ace.
Yeah, and I bounce out, and then when I'm at work, I'm in my best self.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so you've talked about how you do at least do your foundation, and your hot girl walk in the morning makes you feel good.
Hot girl walk.
Yeah, you got to name it. It's the hot girl walk. That's what people.
I wish it was hot girl.
That's what people are coining it now.
I know.
So what else are you doing in the morning when you're short on time to make sure you feel good? Because it's all about mindset, right? You look good, you feel good.
Yeah, well, that's my number one hack. Just take 5 minutes, whatever it is. If eyes is your thing, foundation is your thing. My thing is foundation and hair. Yeah. Okay, so that's my one thing. If I'm feeling a bit low or just feel a bit drab, I'll definitely wear something colourful. Yep. One more thing, little fake tan touch up.
Oh yeah, because you're a little.
I've got that makeup one that just rubs on and off. The Rimmel one, it is incredible. It's 2 seconds.
And it doesn't transfer to clothes, does it?
No, it doesn't transfer to clothes. And in winter, all you have to do is do your hands, your little bit, your neck that you're showing, and your feet. That's it. Or I
forget you're my little pale girl.
Yeah,
I never get to see it.
Yeah. Okay, what about you?
Yeah, look, for me, I'm all about the wing liner.
Yes, that's your signature.
That's my signature. So if I don't have that, I feel a bit undone. So at least if I can just get some foundation, brush the brows up, a little wing and a coloured lip. Red if it's a really bad night that I've had the night before with Eva. I'll go a red lip because that just makes me feel fierce. And then my other thing is stopping for a coffee on the way. Because I get the bus in, but I drive to the car park.
That's non-negotiable, right?
100%. But it's some days I really need it more than others. I could wait sometimes to get to the office, but on if I'm not feeling amazing, I'll stop at the one near my house, get one, and then go to the.
That
so
is
I've got it for the
honestly
bus.
my best part of my day.
It's
That
such a
1 hour
reward.
travel into work on my own in my podcast land or music with the coffee. And
It's even better on the
melon.
bus because I don't have to
I bet
worry
it
about
is. There's no
anything.
traffic.
I don't have to think about anything. The bus is so quick. I don't have to think about, is my indicator on? Am I looking at the road? Nah,
But
I'm
this is why we
completely
work.
zoned out.
I just remember after
100%.
maternity leave, that was my favorite thing of the day. I'm like, but guys, you get to like go in on your
Oh
own
my God.
and have a coffee to yourself.
I worked with my auntie who was a travel
Amazing.
agent, and a little bit for you 1 day a week when Eva was
Yeah.
4 months, and people were going, "You're going back to work already?" And I'm like, "Honey, this is my day off. Are you joking?
This
You
is
have to go
so
to the
good.
cafe, sit and have
Normal
a coffee,
conversations.
talk to adults."
Okay, let's talk about exercise and how we look after ourselves and how
Great.
we fit it into our whole week.
Yeah. So for us, I discovered this boxing gym near
Yes.
me at the beginning of the year, and I quite enjoy boxing, and I
Yeah.
like the idea of this
Just aggro
circuit where
out.
it's 3 minutes each time. You're never doing like something that you hate for more than 3 minutes. Like I
Yeah.
can do, I
Who
can
do you
do
think
that.
about when you box? Do you have
Depends.
Shoot. I'm in trouble.
But no, it's just such a good release, and I find like I like the idea that I'm also building a technique. Like it's not just exercise for exercise's sake. It's just you're also kind of getting better at something. I like
Yeah.
that. And then I said to Nate, "Come on, why don't you come and do a free week trial with me and see if you like it?" Because he was just going to like an anytime gym, right?
Yeah.
He came. He's now obsessed. He goes more than
Okay.
me. So it's something that we can do together.
But how?
Okay, so Nathan works from home most of the week, but we work from home together on a Monday. So when the gym opens at 4:30, we go.
Yep.
And we do, it's a 45-minute from,
Before you pick the kids up.
Yes,
What I'm saying is, how
correct.
do you do it together?
I'm about to tell you.
Great.
So at 4:30, the gym opens. We go, we do the 12 circuits, which takes 45 minutes. That brings us to 5:15.
Great.
Straight to go and get the kids.
Amazing.
Straight home,
That's so good.
dinner. So that's Monday.
Yeah.
Friday is my celebrant day with Freddie. So either Nathan will watch him for 40 minutes from home
Yeah.
and I'll go in the morning, or worst case scenario, I'll take Fred with me, set him up with the iPad and some snacks, and he'll sit in the corner. He's happy.
Great.
We do the same thing on a Saturday. All four of us, the plumber four, go to the gym. The kids sit up in the corner. We've got 2 iPads going. We've got snacks, like seven different snacks. We've got the drink bottles. We may have to go over time and time again if bloody bananas in pajamas goes off the screen. We have to fix that. That's fine. Few interruptions.
Is it like a creche or?
They just have like a corner with some toys and stuff, but like the kids can see us the whole time.
There's
it's
no
completely
glass. They're
fine.
not in a room.
No, they're not in the glass. They're just in like a little padded area.
Your kids must be very good kids to stay.
They
in that
actually
little-
do. As long as they've got the
Great.
iPad and snacks and a drink bottle, they're totally fine.
Fantastic.
So we can see them the whole time. Some on a bad day we'll only get like half an hour in, but hey, it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's how we make it work.
That's not. I feel like that's really important that you're doing it together because then you push yourselves.
Yeah.
And you're doing it when the kids aren't around, and then you have that backup with you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
finding a
it's
creche.
it's a nice connection for us as well because we talk about it. We talk about our progress. That we egg each
Yeah.
other on. It's nice that we have something
I think
together.
that's really important.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay, so last year I went through this F45 stage, but
Yes, I remember.
I've had a bit of a time out because it took that injury. It was one of my elbow, and
Yeah.
it took forever. So I'm trying to get back into walks. I've really needed some help recently. So I put in the diary personal trainers sessions, and yes, I'm paying for it, which sucks. But it's the only thing that's making me
It's an
go.
investment in your health, right?
I know, right?
So
I need to reframe.
Yeah, you need to
I need to
reframe it.
reframe. So it's an investment in my health, and it's making me go. So I go 7:30 on a Monday and a Friday, and I've teamed it up with Ed, and Ed's going as well. So he has
Amazing.
his time. So, but we, tic tac, we don't go at the same time
Yep.
yet. And so that's kind of given me a bit of my mojo back.
Yeah,
maybe.
and like as my father-in-law says, use it or lose it. Every year that we
Absolutely.
get older, you gotta. You
Well, my
can't just,
core's going,
For
as
sure.
you know, the pelvic's got, like everything's just flailing.
gone. We need to go to the mechanic and get a bloody oil change or something. We're dropping like flies.
All right, speak for yourself. No jokes. So anyway, so
true.
I'm back into the walking because I remember, like, those times in your lives when you look back and you go, "Gosh, I was happy then," and you think, "Wow, I used to go for heaps of walks."
Oh, so
And-
okay, yeah. I thought you were saying like God, life's shit now.
no,
But,
no.
okay.
No, because as I said, I've had a real reprieve from exercise,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering what's wrong with
Well,
wrong
look,
with me, but
Exercise is
I've-
engineered
Yeah.
to make you feel better. The dopamine's like it's
Oh.
an actual mood lifter, like
absolutely.
scientifically.
So you got to prioritize
for
it.
sure.
So I have been using 2 hacks, which is just get dressed. Because I keep asking, like, how do you do it? How do you get up in the morning? Lay your clothes out the night before and just get dressed. And see, as soon as you get dressed, for some reason, you just keep going and you walk out that door. It's like,
Yeah.
just do that. And then Also, then my own hack, which I made up, was find a coffee shop on the way.
And make it your target.
Yeah, it's like half an hour away. So
Yep.
it's sort of and I can order on Hey You before I get there. So I literally like swing in, swing out. It's all ready for me. And I'm like, do, 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 do. And I come back so happy.
And you listen to like a podcast.
Yeah. And also the next day, I've hurt a lot. My legs
really?
hurt. And I'm
That's
like,
good. That's a
I
good
just
sign.
went for a walk though, which is really bad
Might have been
sign.
hilly around where you
I mean,
live.
it was a bit hilly, but like the point is walking is easy, right? It's not going for a run. It's not psychologically
They
damaging.
say walking's the best thing for you though.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't
Anyway, so
discount
I'm
it.
going to keep up with my walk. So that's all I do. Monday and Friday, keep my muscles.
I'm feeling FOMO. I think I'm going to start the walks too.
Yeah. And then the walks, and I put a good podcast on.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, let's talk life admin. This one is a
where
tricky
I
little one.
fail.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Okay, well, one hack I heard, this is actually from, I think it might have been on her Instagram, but Lee Campbell put this into my head, and we have implemented this into mine and Nathan's
Love a
life.
bit of Lee. She has all
She's got some
the
good hacks. Yeah. So this one is you start a note in your phone, and it might be like weekly to-do list, and we section it up into days, obviously Monday to Friday. And Nathan and I can put tasks in, and we both have access to it, and we can update, tick them off in real time. We've also got another little one. I think this is the part that was actually from Lee, which is like items from the grocery store. And it means like things that you need now that can't wait for like the big shop on a Sunday. So it could be like milk, bread, kids' toothpaste, whatever. And then anyone who's going to the shops or popping in or driving by knows what they need to get, doesn't need a phone call. It's just like everyone's across the running of the household. It's all smooth. Everyone has access. Everyone checks into that every day.
Okay,
like-
everyone being you and
Everyone being Nathan and I. Yes,
Okay, cool, just
correct.
checking.
Correct.
Do you have other
Just giving
people
him
shopping?
some, well, who knows? I mean, anyone's
Could be a
welcome.
hack,
If you
yeah.
want to help out and get us some Wonder White, that's fine.
Yep.
But that I find really good. Also having so basic, but like a family calendar on the wall where everyone can write in like Nathan, basketball, just so no one forgets. And I don't like
We
make
have
plans.
that. We have one of those Steph Pace magnetic ones.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and if it's not on the
It ain't
calendar,
happening.
it ain't happening.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Or if he says, yeah, I'm going out tonight, I'm like, what do you mean you're
Not on
going
the
out? It's
calendar.
not on the calendar.
Not
But
on
it
the calendar.
usually is because it's quite organised.
Yeah, it's
But I
very
just haven't checked the calendar. So yes, I do fail a lot at life admin. I do my best, but that's one for me.
Well, life admin is hard. And as you get older and your kids get older, you realize it's not just about things like checking the monthly budget, which are like big tasks. It's like make sure you reply to Eva's orientation email. Make sure you
yes.
call the doctor, follow up. Like it's little tiny tasks that are super important. But like as a mum, I'm going to be really stereotypical here, but as a mum who's juggling, which is what we're talking about, you cannot rely on your brain to maintain all that
it's
information.
all about the to-do list.
You must write it down.
Yes.
I cannot harp on about that enough. You,
Yeah.
you have to write. It's not fair to your brain, which is working overtime. This is one of the reasons you can't sleep at night. If you're troubling,
Which is a hack of its own. Do it at night before you go to bed. Anything in your head, offload it into your notes, and you sleep
you'll
so
sleep
much
better because you're not thinking
I've
about
started
everything.
doing that. That
yeah,
definitely
it's
works.
such a great hack. The sharing of the notes is such a game changer. I do it now for my birthday because everyone goes, Nathan, what does Olivia want? And I'm like, notes, share Nathan. So Nathan's got access to my running list of like
Cool.
things I've seen. Same goes for Christmas. I didn't even know you could share notes till just recently, but it's like a game changer.
Okay.
It's such a good life admin hack.
Great. My other hack is just have an incredible husband who loves life admin.
Yeah.
He's
It's very
fantastic.
good at that.
Love
very
you.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we talked about how we get to work. For lunch, I have the same thing, but you usually use leftovers from the night before. So
I
that's
always
an
try
easy
to
one.
batch and make a little bit more. So I've got
Yep.
leftovers the next day. That's easy.
Yeah, and
Have to
then,
think about
you know,
it.
as soon as we get up into the office, who knows what's going to happen? It's boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the day's over.
Yeah.
Then what happens? So what's your routine at the end of the day when you
Yeah.
get home?
So at the moment, Nath, as I said, he works from home. So he will generally take himself off to the gym around that same timing, like about 4:30 when the gym opens, and then pick up the kids afterwards. Meanwhile, I'll make a beeline straight for the house and get started on Taco Tuesday, or when which my veggies have already been chopped. So it takes out half the prep time.
Yep.
I'll also maybe like run the bath preemptively, or like just get things sorted around the house so that when the stampedes arrive home, dinner's on, bath is prepped, pajamas are out. Kind of everything's looking good. I can actually spend some time with the kids, some quality time. Because you see them for like an hour
Yeah.
those days during the week. So
Yeah.
it's just about making it a bit face-to-face quality
Great.
connection time.
Cool.
After that, it's up to bath. Then basically we divide and conquer. We dress them. I stay with Freddie. Freddie has his milk. We read some books. Nath takes Eva downstairs for a little big girl time. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't want to go to bed at the same
That's
time as
nice.
Freddie. She has big girl time. And then Nathan will take her up to bed. And then I might just prep the lunches for the next day, or my lunch for the next day. You know, do a vacuum, put the washing on, whatever, dishwasher. And then we sit down, have a glass of wine, watch The Block.
Great.
Amazing.
And then bedtime?
Yeah, read a book, bedtime, put my clothes out for
What
the next
time?
day. We're night owls, so we'll kind of maybe
Yeah, I
watch
don't
2
know how you
episodes
do
of The Block or whatever, but maybe 10:30.
I'll tell you about my routine.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so every time I get home at the end of the day, I literally jump straight into my pajamas, even if it's 4:30, no matter what. I take my bra off and I feel like this huge energy shift just
Really?
changes. Yeah, it's fantastic. Love that.
Do you pick up the kids before you get into your pajamas?
Look,
Sometimes.
sometimes you never know.
Sure.
Surprise, do you care? Oh, what a surprise.
Bras off! Woo!
Yeah, hi, Kathy. Kathy's looks after our kids at after school care.
Oh.
Yes, sometimes she
sees you
me
coming.
in my best,
Yes.
and sometimes not. So then, no matter what, it's Taco Tuesday, pasta, whatever. If it's 5 o'clock, I will start the dinner. I usually send them upstairs for a quick shower or a bath, depending. And then just before I go upstairs and get them dressed, or they just come down themselves because they are a bit older. They're 6 and 10. And then they come down all ready. They're in their pajamas, clean and everything, usually wet hair. They'll have their dinner. And then after their dinner, then they want dessert and then they want something else. But anyways, then by 6 o'clock, they're back upstairs. Then I'll dry their hair and I'll let them have 30 minutes on their iPad.
Okay.
Okay, so 6:30 comes, then iPad's all technology off. We'll read a book. If Arabella's close to sleep, then I'll turn all the lights off, sing her a song, put her meditation music on, and away she goes. So it's like 7:30.
Meditation music.
Meditation.
You need to tell me the playlist.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, right.
And then Max is off iPads at 6:30 as well, but he can stay up later and just read. So he just reads books. He's
Amazing.
a reader, so that's
So
really
good.
good. But then at 7:30, I'll go downstairs. I'll watch one episode with Ed. At the moment, watching Bear. Have you watched Bear before?
Yeah, I find that
Yeah,
don't
it's
you find it
strange.
stressful?
Yes, I find it very
so
well. Some are, some
stressful.
aren't. It's like woof. But we'll have one together,
Yeah.
and then I'll go back upstairs, then lie with Max,
Yeah.
and just talk about the day
Yeah.
and how he went.
That's when you have
and
your little.
then we have our chat
Tell
and
me your
catch
deep,
up
dark
and what's
secrets.
happening
Yep.
and all that fun stuff. Have a bit of a cuddle. He still cuddles me, which is
Oh,
exciting. And then so by 8:30/9, I'm in bed reading a book. And then sometimes I can only read for 20 minutes and I pass out. And then other times be 45, but that's what gets me to sleep.
You
So
squeeze
I'm
a lot
asleep.
in. That's a good. That's like a very well-rounded. You got Ed time.
Well,
you got Belle's
you know
time,
what?
Max
It
time.
doesn't work if I don't start at 5 o'clock
Got it.
or 5:30.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you just keep going. But I mean, isn't that the don't miss the 7 o'clock bus thing? Like you just have to get it all done before 7 o'clock. And if you're good, then like it
Yeah.
leads
I tell
into
you a shift we've
an
made that
evening.
really helped, and it's in that vein. Is we used to get the kids dinner ready, get them up for a bath, put them to bed, and then I'd come down and make our dinner. And this is like 7 o'clock, 7:30.
Oh.
So it was like drawing out the night so long. We weren't eating sometimes till 8 o'clock. And I was like, no, you got to do the prep work, Olivia, earlier in the week. You got to eat dinner the same time
Yes,
as the
I've
kids.
actually
so
missed-
that is the task.
I've missed a crucial step in that. So whilst I am doing the songs, the bed, the reading and everything, Ed's downstairs making dinner.
Dinner, okay.
So when I come down at 7 or 7:15 or 7:30, dinner's ready for me.
So you're not eating the same time as the kids because it's too early. That's like early bird
we
special.
sometimes,
5
like
o'clock.
Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, yes.
Yeah.
But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no.
Okay.
It's in the middle of the week. It's
too early.
action time.
Yeah, right. Just
Yeah.
bada bing, bada boom. Like,
Yeah,
gotta
but I'll
follow
sit
the-
down and talk to them at dinner.
yeah, right. Okay.
Maybe sometimes.
But
Let's be real.
since we've started having dinner at the same time as the kids, like yes, it sometimes is a pain to get there, but it pays off because then our night is like wide open. We're free.
Yeah, I think both work.
It's so good for
Yeah.
for us.
Well,
with
we
the
did that
little
last
kids,
night
it's
and it
good.
worked real well.
Yeah. If you can do it, I think it's a real game changer.
Yeah, cute. All right. And then lastly, weekends. Like
Weekends are free
sleep.
for all.
Yeah, free
Yeah.
for all. Apart from the Sunday set you up for success, that's really
Yeah, that's all we kind of have on the table. The other thing we do always is Pancake Sunday.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
We do that on birthdays once
I know
a year.
you do. Yeah, I know. I know
Or
that.
twice a year.
But we started doing it, and both kids loved it, and they loved making them and
I
being part of the
bet.
process. And I'm like, it's a really low cost, low effort
Yeah.
thing that we can do together,
together.
that everyone loves. It's
Yeah.
very hard to find something that everyone loves and is
true.
passionate about. So we're just like, let's do it. It's like
Amazing.
$5 a week. Let's do it. Saves us going out. We don't go out for breakfast anymore. What's
Yeah.
that? No one does brunch. Like cost of living.
Can anyone afford it?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So that's the one thing we do. And then the rest of it is just, it's built around Eva's ballet, swimming, parties, all that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah,
just,
you just
but what we do try to do is carve out some time for each of us, for Nath on his own, me on my own, and then if we can, some time together.
Yeah, well,
without
that's
the
what we
kids.
do Sundays. Sundays are very, very protected.
Yeah.
I will say no to a lot on a Sunday quite easily.
See, Nathan would love me to do that. I think I need to do that. He says you need to say no more.
We'll just get it done on Saturday. So if someone wants to catch up, do it on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Or the Friday night.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I have to get better at that.
The Sundays, just having a clear Sunday with nothing to do, but like get your chores out of the way in the morning and then you've got the whole day.
Does Ed love getting in
to
the
do
backyard
nothing?
and just pottering around? Nathan just loves getting
Yeah,
the bloody
loves
Bunnings
that.
hat on and just gets outside.
I'll jump in the bath, I'll read a book, the kids relax.
Mm.
But I think that's a pretty good summation of how we survive, and
Yeah.
we definitely set ourselves up for the future self.
Yeah.
Always look after that girl because
Always.
she's
She's important.
in the thick of it.
She's in the thick of it. She's drowning. She's
but
like a duck with the legs.
I'm
you
sure
know?
there's so many more tips that we could learn. So if anyone has their hacks, let us know.
Yeah.
Definitely in the Facebook group or Instagram or
Because we can
whatever.
share them every week, can't we?
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so if we're going to summarize this for people with takeaways, what do you reckon there would be? Like, what would you say?
For myself, how I figure it out.
Yeah.
Definitely, I guess, the investment in myself and setting myself up for success.
In terms of like the personal training and the getting your brows
I think
done.
getting my keratin done, you know, setting myself up on Sundays and that future self concept of, you know, so she can thank me. Like I've got to set her up. Like she's going to be in the thick of it. So like let's set her up for success and get her organized and things like that. Sounds all full on, but it's actually not once you just get in a rhythm.
It's just, it becomes normal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you start doing it every week. Yeah.
And what about you?
I think for me, it's the communication, the technology kind of rhythm that Nathan and I have got into, like sharing of those notes. We both have joint ownership of these tasks, making sure that they happen, making sure that we're constantly communicating. And, you know, we have a shared note right now for Eva's medication schedule. That is really important that we're both across it. Using apps where you can, using technology, harnessing all of that to make sure that you're both responsible and that you're communicating and everyone's where they should be, when they should be.
Yeah.
And then the third one is probably like that little bit of pain for a lot of gain. Like the last thing I want to do on a Sunday afternoon is chopping up capsicum.
Do it in the morning
and peeling
when
carrots.
you're in that mood.
I know, but
see if you can go.
We're busy with Pancake Sunday or we're going here or going there. But anyway, I might think about a shift to the morning. But at the meantime,
after 3 o'clock, my brain is.
Yeah, but you are wired differently to me. Like you're a morning person and I'm a morning person. Night person. But like that hour just bloody saves me for the week. Like if I have a couple of meals done in the can and all my veggies and fruit are washed and prep. Shout out to Koala Eco Fruit and Veggie Wash, by the way. It's like so amazing to wash your fruit and veggies. My week is just so much better. So it's just that little bit of pain for God, so much gain. Yeah. Like it's so amazing. Even though you don't feel like it, you just got to do it.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully there's lots of little hacks that everyone can take out of this episode. And if they work, let us know.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear your hacks too, because we could always be learning and doing better.
Be learning.
We are by no means perfect. As I said, my kids are chicken nugget kids, like 2-3 nights a week. So.
Whatever it takes, babe.
Whatever it takes. That's it, babe. All right.
Just got to live life to the fullest.
That's it.
Celebrate it. Okay, well, thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.
Bye.